And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with a late night show that tried to get a part of the show named after a burger, only known as the Tuesday Night Special. And if you're wondering at home, no dice. Nobody would take the name Triple S Deluxe for a burger, except for a burger place in Houston, and I'm not too entirely sure if I'm going to be able to return their call because it's one of those long 1-800 numbers. But we might try. And besides naming parts of the show after burgers, folks, I think it's time for us to sink our teeth into some video game clips and a couple of these video game hits to truly celebrate this show for another edition of the Cade Triple S Deluxe. Now with cheese. And we kick things off with the art wall for this week, and the art wall picture that we have up comes from the creators Zion Liu and Zhao Long Shen with their game Tier Teller, or Taylor Teller. And the pictures that they provided for this week shows not only a picture of 4 eggs with 4 different business traits along the lines of photography, business, comedy, and I do believe along the lines of gardener, but it also shows several different bunnies with different emotions attached to them along the lines of confused, happy, sad, and what I do appear as angry. It doesn't look angry, but at the same time it's giving me that look that it is angry. Don't know why. And these pictures remind me of not only Peter Cottontail, but also Peter Rabbit, with a little hint of what would, I guess, Humpty Dumpty do on career day before he fell off that wall. And I'm really liking the one if he had been a stand-up comedian. Yeah, just hope he doesn't crack under the pressure. And before Maestro starts throwing the Rotten Tomatoes at me for that bad joke, we now head into the sound wall for this week, and the sound we have up comes from the composer Wayne Warren with his title song Chase from the video game Giant Pop from the developers Other Ocean Interactive. And the fact that they were able to use 1970s cop sunglasses for the picture is an ace picture move in my book. And when I close my eyes and listen to this sound, I'm automatically reminded of sitting in a police car with a partner eating a box of donuts while I sit there with one of those cop-like mustaches, turning on the sirens, getting ready to chase a criminal at least halfway down toward the San Francisco Bridge before he wipes out off the bridge. And then we say, we lost another one, Riggs. Seriously, an awesome sound by this guy, and I may try to contact him to have this featured during a video game story, because it's that cool. And speaking of cool things, folks, we now head directly into the Screenshot Saturday Showcase for this week. And the picture that we have up for the Screenshot Saturday Showcase is none other than Slothful Nature by Bruno Augusto von Minsky. And the picture that they provided for this week shows what it appears to be a boy in a makeshift ocean overlooking a whole bunch of coral reefs with the ocean floor looking back at him. And at the same time, I do believe his reflection is coming off the top of the water. Nice. And this reminds me automatically of one of those late night National Geographic reviews they would have for the ocean that they would use to try to help people fall asleep at night. Neither that or something that you would see on one of those public access TV channels that they would show on the ocean as well. Because they do that. But it's on like around 3 or 4 or 5 in the morning. You know, just before the regular programming turns on. And with that said, folks, we now move on over to the E3 showcase, and just like we said last week, we owe you guys 8 games, so here they come. And the first game we have up is Stepstone Island by Cade. You also have Table Tiles by Parachute Inc., Tender by Tender Claws, Vandals by Art, VR Screensavers by Float Island, which reminds me of the old Windows 97 screensavers that I used to play with as a kid, so good job to these guys. And besides that, folks, next game we have up is Anderson by a JRPG, Creed Rise to Glory by Survivors. Wait, Survivor made this game? I don't think it's any relation, but, next game we have up is Desert Child by Oscar Britton and Akura Games. And finally, last but not least, Fractured Lands by Unbroken Studios. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out any of the other games that was featured during the E3 festival that took place this year, or any of the other art wall, sound wall, or screenshot Saturday pictures that was featured, or have yours featured on there as well, you can head on over to their IndieCade Tumblr page, only known as indiecade.tumblr.com, or over their Facebook page known as IndieCade, or even their Twitter, Instagram, or even YouTube page, only known as, you guessed it folks, IndieCade. And I guess with that said, we might as well head back into this music and continue to listen to these diamonds in the rough as we turn your Tuesday night into a Friday night. Only here, right here, on the Tuesday Night Special. So don't go watching infomercials just yet, folks, and stay tuned.